Hey y'all, I'm back in town. Haven't done a video in about a week or two. It's time to get started again. Just been out of town, haven't had time to do any videos. In fact, we've been doing a lot of out and eating again. So I'm going to do a chicken spaghetti recipe tonight, and I'm going to get the ingredients laid out here real quick. And I'm going to forewarn you that Wednesday night I'm doing another chicken dish. And so do not be surprised with the amount of chicken that I've got out. I'll explain that a little bit later. Hold on just a second. I forgot to tell you guys the name of this spaghetti, chicken spaghetti, just chicken spaghetti. But I don't call it that. I was taught this about 20 years ago from a family, and so I have called it the Crawford House chicken spaghetti. I haven't had this in 20 years, I bet, and so I finally got the recipe for it, and we're going to cook it tonight. But I call this the Crawford House chicken spaghetti. Let's get her done. Center up, boys, center up. Alright, what we got for this, like I said, do not get worried about how much chicken I've got out here. I'm doing a double deal of chicken because I've got another recipe I'm going to be doing on Wednesday. So might as well cook up all the chicken at once while I'm cooking. But this calls for a chicken, a large onion. They didn't have any large onion at the store, so I've got a medium and a small. I've got 24 ounces of spaghetti. I've got a little bit of celery, some cream cheese. It calls for some cream of chicken, some cream of mushroom, a pound of shredded cheddar cheese. We use mild or sharp. I'm using sharp. And if need be, a little bit of milk to thin it down at the very end. And so I'm not going to bore you guys to tears. I'm going to dice up an onion. I'm going to cut up about 4 or 5 stalks of celery, maybe 2 or 3. And I'm going to throw this chicken in a pot with some water, and we're going to boil it. And we're going to boil it till it's dead and done. And then we're going to make, of course, we're going to have a pretty good broth to cook the spaghetti in. And while we, after we pull the chicken out and let it cool, and we'll get it all diced up and shredded and everything. But I'm not going to bore you guys to tears watching this. I'll bring you in occasionally. But let's get her done. By the way, hold on. Alright, as you can see, my pot wasn't big enough, so I had to get out a second pot to cook the other chicken. This one back here is the chicken for Wednesday night. I'm going to do another recipe with that. Anyway, here we've got this chicken right here with the vegetables in there, and he's sitting there just boiling away, simmering real good. And I'm going to let him cook for a little while, and I'll bring you guys back when we're getting a little bit further along in this recipe. Okay, y'all. It is time to start pulling this stuff out. First thing we're going to do is try to get this chicken in the bowl. Come on, Mr. Chicken, come here. Better luck if I tackle him from this side here. Woo-wee. Let me tell you what, that hot steam coming out of there and the liquid that came out through the back side of these things, let me tell you what, that stuff is hot. Can we say duh? Alright, let me scoot you guys over here a little bit. What we're going to do now, I'm going to take these vegetables out. Alright, come on. Come on, vegetables. Basically what we used this for was just to make a stock. Throw that water back in there. Woo-wee. That is hot. If you guys want to do a rotisserie chicken instead of doing it this way, it's perfectly fine. Go ahead and cook your spaghetti like you normally would. But go ahead and throw in a couple cans of chicken broth to give that water some flavor. Because I don't know where y'all live. My water doesn't come seasoned. I've got to season it up. And so that's why we did this. It was cheaper and easier just to boil that chicken with some vegetables in there to make our own stock. And so that way we seasoned our water. But I don't know, it just tastes better. Hold on, here's one piece of celery. Alright. We are through with that. We'll kick that temperature back up. I just bought these shears today. Might as well give them some use. And I like my spaghetti cut in half. You can throw it in here whole if you want to. Cut it in half if you want to. I don't care. Come on, get out of there. Alright, what I'm going to do now is get this spaghetti back here that fell. Throw him in the pot. Throw him in the pot. Come on, no jumping ship now. And we'll get all this right here in the pot. And we will cook this spaghetti up. Yeah, come here, lid. We'll cook that spaghetti up, and while that spaghetti's cooking, I'm going to let that chicken cool because it is way too hot to handle. And once it cools off a little bit, then I'm going to tear it apart and get it all shredded up, and I'll bring y'all back. Alright y'all, we're back. Spaghetti is done. As it's through cooking here. What I'm going to do is go ahead and get this cream cheese out of here, and I should have done this earlier. Move this out of the way. You can see the chicken is all diced up, shredded. Fingers are still slippery from greasy from cutting that chicken up. Alright. There's one. The recipe only calls for one. I like cream cheese, so I'm going to put 2 in. Alright, we got that done. Got a can of cream of mushroom. Just like it is. Won't get out of there. There you go. Got a can of cream of chicken. really good, really good, really good. What I need now is a decent spoon. Really don't want to use metal here in this pot, but I may not have any other choice. I'm going to stir this up real good. Go ahead and throw him in now. And I have just a little bit of that liquid reserved right there, just in case I needed it, and I think I do. Alright, that is close. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just add in all this chicken. I have skinned and boned all that chicken, shredded it up as best I could, and actually, y'all, right now is the part where I'm going to try not to make a mess, because my pot, as you can see, it just got way too small. I'm going to get some of this junk out of my way. I'm going to especially get this knife out of the way before I drop it on my foot. I'm not going to bore y'all to tears me stirring this. I'll bring her up back. Alright, y'all. As you can see, I overfilled my 9x13. So I get it out in another little dish. That's alright. It'll get eat up, I guarantee you. It'll make for some good lunches this week. What we're going to do now is we're going to put this shredded cheese all over the top. Just like that. You can tell my neighbors are out playing in the backyard or doing something, and just kind of setting my dogs off. How about that? Throw some of that on there. And I will throw the big 9x13 on the baking dish, because I guarantee that's going to make a mess while it's cooking. What we're going to do here is we're going to shove that in the oven when it's time for supper, and we're going to let that cook for about 30 minutes or so, and let that cheeses and everything melt together, and then I'll bring it back once it's all done. Alright, there it is. There's the finished product. Y'all try it sometime.